Hello everybody, it's that time again. It's time for a sketchbook tour. I'm just gonna get into it pretty fast. This is a Strathmore Mixed Media 500 series journal, soft cover. It took me from March 2023 to July 2023. I'm not gonna label who all these stickers are from. There's a lot. If you wanna know about one, just ask. Cool? Okay. My goals for the sketchbook, my last sketchbook was a whole struggle. I have a video on it if you care to watch it. If not, whatever. But my goal was just to get used to and enjoy having a sketchbook again. And I think I achieved that goal, so that's cool. Met my goals. Ready? Let's go. Okay. A first page, I always do a self-portrait, and then I put the little guys that have taken residency in my brain, like worms. So it's me, and I said, oh, Yoongi, Alba, S-Coops, Junghan, Taehyung, Jimin, and Jungkook. We're really in it now, except I fucked up Taehyung really bad. It's okay. This is posca and colored pencil and a little bit of watercolor. Most of the sketchbook is watercolor and colored pencil. Here, I forgot to mention something very important. In my sketchbook, it doesn't start on the first, like the way I fill it up, I don't start on the first page. The first page is somewhere in the middle, it's like around here, right? And then I go like that, like I go in either direction at the same time. So like from here to the middle is going backwards and then it's going forwards again. Okay, back to it. So this page, I've been having an army moment. Yeah, so here it was after Jungkook released 7. Was really feeling it. Here I have him like, would you still love me if I was a worm? Because he kind of had that energy for the whole music video. And then Taehyung, and then Baby Star Candy. He has like a million nicknames. Popstar Puppy really took one out of me. I couldn't take it. Popstar Puppy? Are you kidding me? Anyway, yeah, that's that. He's so cute. This is just Tombow, the water markers, and just a ballpoint pen, and then some random Prismacolor colored pencils. Here, Veeman. I love Veeman. Yay, 95s. It's so hard to angle. There we go. Yay. This was just off, I think it was like a Japanese season's greetings or something. I don't know. My Army Encyclopedia brain's a little rusty, but I just wanted to draw them because like the colors are speaking to me and I like them a lot. So this is watercolor colored pencil, and then the background is posca markers. I really like how this one came out. They're so cute. Next page. So this was before 7 came out, and I was drawing like the teasers, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. In my head, he's still 18 and knows everything he needs to know, like the Word of Hormone lyrics. And then after the song came out, I was like, what did he say? He said what? Also, I had to tape in a tweet, because I'll tape in stuff that makes me laugh a lot. It says, I'm gonna be in a grocery store comparing the ripeness of fruit, and 7 will come on the radio, and I'll have to pretend I'm not receiving critical damage hearing Jungkook grovel for hole. The phrase grovel for hole ruined me for like 3 weeks. Grovel for hole. Anyway, yeah, I just put it over. I didn't know what to put here, so I put this, and then this ended up there anyway. So that's cool. Here's Jungkook and Mingyu. You know I love 17 Teen Teen. Yeah, like if you showed this to me in 2016, wouldn't have believed you. I live in an army carry dream right now. So here's Jungkook and Mingyu and Bam, even though this does not look like his fucking dog, but that's okay. And then this is from when they went live at 4 a.m. together. So cute. And then here I needed to fill the space up, and I'm like, what do they have in common? Boobies. So my time and hit. This is watercolor, Pentel sign pen, a little bit of colored pencil. Next page is Nami One Piece. I love Nami One Piece. I felt like drawing her. I was doing a couple of different like body types to see which one was speaking to me. I like this one the most, but I don't hate any of them. It was better as the sketch. Once I colored it in, it just kind of went dead and lifeless, but it's all right, I guess. I really like this one too. I like how I did the like, yeah, this is watercolor and colored pencil. More army brain rot. Here we have D-Day, Yoongi, future's gonna be okay. Yeah. And then Jimin from that, when they did like the 2020 graduation, COVID graduation thing on YouTube, and he was like, there's a person in Seoul, Korea who understands me. There's a person in Seoul, Korea who understands me! He's so cute. He's just so cute. My fucking baby chick, cutie, sweetie, puppy, kitty, honey. I was having a rough week. And then here's from, they did an ad campaign with LG in like 2018. I think it was fake love Eric because they all had dark colored hair. It was LG and BTS, and they could have put BTS times LG, but they put LG BTS, which it just gives me a chuckle. Like, this is what the ad looked like. it was in front of the rainbow with the LG. It was very funny. So I drew the Namjoon and Yoongi one because he has some lyrics. Yeah, so that's those. And then I taped this Namjoon one, this Weaver's post, because I couldn't stop laughing at gonna Namjoon Oppa's cheeks, and he just said, "For heaven's sake." Why did he reply? "For heaven's sake" is such a funny response. Here is one of my, oh, got a sticker over here. One of my favorite BTS images ever. I think it's from the Young Forever album. I think, I don't know. But it's Yoongi and Jungkook, and I just really like the aesthetic and the colors of the photo, so I painted it. And I really like how it came out. Yeah, this is with gouache, just plain Holbein gouache. And then this is all watercolor and color pencil. You could have guessed that. Here, a little close up. I think Jungkook's face came out really good, but his hair is kind of, I wish I put a highlight like this here, but it's okay. I'm quite pleased with the rest of it. This is one of my favorite spreads in here. Alba from GMMD was, I wouldn't have guessed that he would have made a comeback being one of my muses, but he was, and I think he fucking rules. I love his color palette. He's just cool to me. We don't have to go into the GMMD lore. Nobody needs to hear that. But I just put him in like some outfits, some things. And I really wanted to use Posca pens because this is like my favorite color combo ever. He's in it. That's his color scheme, the CMYK, except instead of K is dark blue, but whatever. So it's just a little Alba spread. Yeah. Here I did some gouache paintings because in my sketchbook there's a lot of humans or humanesque or humanoid type figures, and I'm like, I gotta do something else. I gotta break it up. So I did 4 creatures. I have a video on this if you want to watch it. If not, you can just look at the paintings. I really like I like the Fitch a lot. These are gouache with like a itty bitty bit of colored pencil on the top. Here's an actual sketch page in my sketchbook. With the sketchbook, I was like, I'm part of the philosophy that like you can do whatever you want in your sketchbook, but I was having so much fun making finished pieces, even though I know I don't have to make finished pieces, but I was having so much fun that I just finished pretty much 90% of everything that was in here. Like if I wasn't having fun like here, I stopped, but I was having fun the rest of the time, so I didn't. Here's Clear. He's based off the actor for the stage play, because the actor for the stage play is so cute. So yeah. And then just an Alba chibi. And then here I was recreating, it's an old religious painting. I think it's called Sermon on the Mount, not sure. But it's gonna be Alba, Clear, Ren, Mink, Kojaku, and Noise. But I realized I drew Mink too small and I didn't want to draw him again, so I just stopped. But that's okay. Here was like rock bottom for me mentally. This was a crazy week. We don't have to talk about the Hetalia relapse. I'm just gonna go in. I did my favorite characters back when I was in middle school. So I have Alfred, Ivan, and Francis, and then a little Matthew. Ironic that I forgot about him until the very end, but I stuck him in there. Just me and the besties. I don't know if it's better or worse that I refer to them by their names and not the countries that they are, but that's okay. I'm very sick. Yeah. And then this is Alfred from the April Fool's episode, because I just think he's so cute. His little, yeah. And then him as a bear. Okay. Anyway, then like this is what made, like, it was already a bad enough page, but then this is like full 100% mental illness putting Teiko on the same page. But like they're so cute. I think V posted it on his Instagram and I was like, oh my god, they're so cute. So yeah. And then I had to put Jungkook in a bunny costume just because, yeah, this is one of my favorite sketches in here. No thoughts. And then there's me saying I'm normal, because if there was a page to put it on, it's this one. I feel the rush. You know what? This whole part of the sketchbook, anyway, it was a time for me. Here's Yoongi from that one Bangtan Bomb from, I think it was like 2014, where they made him put on the maid costume. It was the same one where they put Namjoon in the Sailor Moon outfit, but obviously this one is really speaking to me. And he was like, hip hop is dead, and yet I've never felt more alive. And then I got this fortune cookie, and it said, someone from your past has returned to steal your heart. And I thought that was so funny, because like I was in like army dormancy from like 2020 to like early this year, and then I don't know, I fell down the army stairs and it got really bad. So what a fitting fortune. And then here's him in the same costume, but you know that picture of the cosplayer where she's like having a smoke and a beer? Because that was just the vibe he gives me in this costume. Yeah. I did the mint hair just because I was doing this with Poscas and I wanted to keep it limited So I just used mint because he's had green hair. Yeah, so this is Posca with a little colored pencil, and then, of course, colored pencil and watercolor. This is my friend's page. It wasn't supposed to be here. It was actually supposed to be in the back, but when I gave it to my friend, Arwen, they went through the whole sketchbook, and then this was like the page that was open in the front, so they just drew it here. So I guess I decided it was gonna be here because I didn't have a choice. So Arwen drew me this Junghan. My friend Otter drew me this. I believe it's a common writer. This is... I don't know who this is. I think it's from Omniscient Reader's viewpoint, but I don't know. I'm just gonna stop saying what they are because I'm gonna be real. I'm not sure. I put all my friends' names next to them. If they have an @ a Twitter @ it's there. If they didn't write it down, well, I don't know them off the top of my head, so they're not there. That's my friend page. Next. My two muses, the sketchbook. The whole sketchbook can be summed up just by this spread, honestly. Here we have Aoba. It was inspired by a picture of Jiho from Talk That Talk era. I was just really feeling it because in my mind, Aoba has the capacity to be like a Y2K alternative international pop diva girly. Like that's who he is to me in my heart. So that's why I drew him like that. I edited the outfit. So instead of being what she was wearing, it's like his jacket color scheme. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. And then here is Yoongi from that like 2017 Marie Claire photo shoot. I just wanted to paint it. It was a moment in time. Where like when that photo dropped, you just had to be there. And I just wanted to paint it, so I did. Here, you can see mentally where I was at this time. You can see how it was going. This was post the August D concert. I was really, it was like the kickstart of my reignition of armyism. Was this concert. So yeah, let's get a little close up. They're just, I used the Pilot Color Eno and then the Pentel sign pen and just did a whole bunch of sketches. Let's see, moments. This is when his guitar string broke and he was like, what the heck? Laughing at the band. He said he was only taking Samsung phones, so someone brought like their old flip phone. This is when he told us we slay. Yeah. Here, his face, he has like a double chin, like the primordial pouch of his face, and I think it's just so becoming and adorable. It's such like a charming feature of his face to me, so I wanted to highlight it here. Yeah, that's that. Cypher part 3, you get it. So this page, like these, I did these before the concert, and then everything else I did after the concert. So this is when he told us that we slay. He didn't say army you slay, he just said slay. It was very funny because you're like, huh? What? Yeah, I like this one a lot. Here he said he's not taking any iPhones, only Galaxies. And then someone got an iPhone and they taped a piece of paper on it that said Samsung Galaxy. Very funny. This is the Uzi Suchu top, best day of my life. It was Army Carrots really living the dream this year. I never saw this day coming, but what a day it was. I was so happy. And then here I wrote that he was the throat goat of BTS, and I'm like, I can't have that with no context. So he said he's known as the member who has a strong throat, which is, I guess that's one way to say that you're healthy, but okay. It's just a weird way to say it. This is the middle of the sketchbook. I believe every sketchbook has a page that's just absolute duty garbage. This is that page. We're moving on. Here we have a little S-Cubes. I love my S-Cubes. I have two, my hair, the hair in my hair tie. I have two S-Cubes bracelets because I like him so much. I have more, I just only wear two. But this was from an ad campaign for one of his skincare things. I don't remember the name. I don't really buy skincare. I just thought he was cute. So I drew the pictures. I think this one's the cutest one. He's so cute. Ah! I really like how I did the hair here. I like how I did the hair on all of them. These came out nice. Here we have my favorite gay people, Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, and Miles Edgeworth. And I have Edgeworth and his dog Pess. She doesn't have a confirmed breed. In the anime, his first Pess, I think it was like a Pomeranian or something, but I feel like he's the kind of guy where he would just keep buying dogs, or I guess adopting dogs, having dogs, and naming them Pess. Not like Pess 1 or Pess 2, like they're all just Pess. And I think he's very borzoi. That would be his dog. Just works for me. And have Apollo sad because borzois are very big and Apollo's very short, so his dog's like the same height. Like if the dog was on the hind legs, it would be the same. Yeah. And then Edgeworth summoning Autism Blast. his patented Edgeworth stare. He's one of the most like autistic coded characters ever. I like him so much. And then there's Pest doing it also. I can't turn the page. Okay. This is a crazy page. This is one of my favorite animes ever. I cannot in good conscience recommend it to anyone, so I'm not even gonna say what the name of it is. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. I'm gonna say is Ichiro. He was truly the blueprint for me liking blue colored characters that are gay men with autism. That's all I'm gonna say. But I like him a lot. This was just ink and then random shit I had in my pencil case. I heard of Mink and Alba post reconnect where Alba like finds him again and they're like married and I think they're cute. Yeah, so he's like, you can't hike in those, and he has like demonia platforms, and he's like, you don't control me. And then I told you so, shut the fuck up. So that's them. My girl mad at me, I hope I die. I like them a lot. The first time I listened to their drama CD in high school, I like cried like a baby, because I'm like, oh my god, they got married. I like them a lot. More DMMD. You can see that was the phase I was in at this point in my sketchbook. So I put Clear, because he's like, everybody likes Clear. He's such a cutie sweetie. So yeah, very simple. And here's Alba giving like the pop star fantasy in my head. I love adapting his outfit into like other outfits because his normal outfit's already crazy. So just adapting it into other things is really fun. And then the funniest thing he says in the entire game is, do I always have to be on the bottom? Like, baby, you're in a 2011, is it 2011, 2013? You're in a 2010s BL game from Nitro Plus. Yes, you always have to be on the bottom. I'm so sorry it worked out for you that way. I wish it didn't have to be. Anyway, this is all, I think this is Micron ink, this is brush pen ink, and then watercolor. One of the best spreads in here, I think, just because you know how it is. I love my Junghan, I love my S-Coops. This was Carrotland 2023, just moments that live in my brain rent-free. I believe this is, I don't know what song they were doing here. They were just next to each other and I thought it was cute. And then this is their punishment songs. What's this? The Zico song. I don't remember what it's called. And then after like, and then I did cherry and strawberry because S-Coop's cherry and Junghan strawberry. And then I copied like the font for Carrotland, put it in, and then I like incorporated the clouds all through the spreads. I tried to make them connect. Composition, not my strong suit, mostly because I didn't plan this page out. I just drew until it was full. Junghan, he's a religious figure to me. S-Coops is just cute. And then he was getting like snacks out of his bag or something, I don't know. But like the picture was backlit and really pretty, so here's them. This was during one of the ending vents or something, I don't know. And then Yoon doing his special Aquaman by Benzino. And then his backup. This S-Coops came out really cute. And then here's them in their little bunny forms and a little bonk bongy. I like this spread a lot. Next, these are my OCs. This is the only time you're ever going to see them in here because I was having some mental issues and I wasn't thinking about them. I was thinking about other things. But here's them. I'm going to try my best to name them. I didn't write the names down because I'm like, how embarrassing is it that you can't remember your own OC's names? There's not even that many of them. So here we go. They're all witches with familiars, so that's why they're holding creatures. This is Fran and Roger and Reginald. Easy. No, Roger and oh my god, I pointed to the wrong one. I got the names there. Fran and Roger and Reginald. This is her brother Lucas and Quincy. This is Monica and Chutney. This is Lou and Cookie. This is Casey and Wiggles. What's funny is I slightly changed the designs, obviously with my art style, but everyone thought he was based off of Jimin, and I'm like, he's not. Even though this character is a brown rabbit named Cookie, who's literally based off of Jungkook, and nobody clocked that. But anyway. Next page is Sanji and his papa, because when I got to this page, I was like, oh. One Piece is so good. He's just like his dad. The parallels, it made me very emotional. And we're gonna keep going. That rice slayed the fuck out of that fried rice. Here's Ace Attorney spread. When I started this sketchbook, it was an Ace Attorney mood. It's always an Ace Attorney mood, but it was a mood. So this is the 456 gang. So I have Athena in the middle because I think her actual design is just atrocious. Her suit is so ugly. So I changed it only very slightly. I cropped the jacket and I gave her pants and suspenders. I saw a design where they put like a blue stripe, like they made a very 70s style, like blue stripe bells on the side, bell bottoms. I thought that was nice. I didn't do that, but I thought it was nice. And I have Simon, who's her gunkle. According to Capcom, they say she's 5'2". I don't believe that. She's 5'10" minimum to me. So yeah. And I like to think she has like cause like she's Athena Sykes. So I like to think she has like a Greek. And then there's Nayuta. Every day I think about how in the character notes they said they wanted to make Naruto have no gender because he's a monk, and they wanted him to be like closer to the image of God and have like no gender, and then they didn't do it. We could have had it all. Also, I make him dark skin because like some character designs just look better with dark skin, but then the character designers are cowards and they make them like paper white, and I'm like, why would you do that? So yeah, I put some random stickers just to fill up space. And here I have a comic with Black Quill and Naruto. You can read it if you like. Yeah, I think they're a great pair. And then, well, the primary color gang from Bright Anything Agency. So, strawberry, banana, a blueberry. Even though Trucy should be, I don't know, I feel like Apollo and Trucy are the same height, but Athena's, she should be like here, but I wanted it to be, yeah, okay. Also, this pen isn't waterproof, and I guess my bag got rain in it or something and it smudged. So sad, but what can I do about it? Next page. Here's like Ace Attorney 4 gang. Kind of. It's like some of them. Clavier. Not every sketch can be a winner. His face, total flop. I like the rest of it. I like the hair, the hand, the boobs, everything else. I just don't, the face was so bad. It's like if you cover it, it's great, but it's okay. Can't win them all. And then Emma, and then Clavier's dog, or his brother's dog. I don't know if it's Vongole or Vongole. I don't speak Italian, but I know it translates into clams, so I put some clams also. And then Apollo's cat, Mikeko. What I want to know is, how did Apollo's cat, Mikeko, become common knowledge? Not just being, it's not me being like an elitist Ace Attorney, like I have to hoard the lore to myself, but like I know he has the cat because I listened to the Dual Destinies drama CD. But I know there's no way everyone else listened to the Dual Destinies drama CD. Like, nobody listened to that. Dual Destinies sucks. I'm so curious how she became, like, common knowledge. But it's fine. I like to see her. Anyway, Apollo, I have him reading Mob Psycho. You can't really tell. And then I put a chicken, because Apollo is like, pollo, chicken. Yeah, okay. And here I just put posts that make me laugh a lot, because there was marker bleed through and I didn't want to put something here, so I just, every time I found a post that was really funny to me, I taped it in here. Let's read some of my favorites. Jimin not knowing slang is my 13th reason because you call him the head huntress and he'll start banging his head against the wall. Here, my friend saw pictures from the DMMD stage play of Virus and Trip's bad ending, and it just said, man, what is this even about? Really funny. Got kicked off the golf course for noticeable bloodlust, and it's this picture of Taehyung. Made me laugh a lot. And then this one's just so true. We may like the same male character, but I like him in a far more objectifying and forcefully feminizing and gay pervert way than you ever will. This is like my life motto. This is me. You can pause to read the rest if you want to, but we'll keep going. This was actually the first page in the sketchbook. So I started with this one, then this one, and then I went that way. Obviously, I went that way first based on all the Ace Attorney, but whatever. So we have Maya. These phoenixes, a lot. They're so bad. Like, the drawings are bad. And then I was having this whole thing where I couldn't find my markers, because in my head he's like this color, but I couldn't find any of my markers that were in that color. I could only find my light skin tone markers. So then I colored them in, and then I found these ones, and then it just didn't come out good. This one's fine, but these are so ugly. There's a better one later. Yeah, but Maya, and then this says, when the whole squad don't know shit, but it got covered up by my taped in paper. I was watching like Ace Attorney fan cases, so it's basically like fan fiction, but in the full Ace Attorney case format, and they have like characters and evidence and stuff, and it's really cool. It was missing like the homoerotic subtext, which is like not even me being crazy. It is there in Ace Attorney. So not having it, I'm dying, I need gay subtext, please queerbait me, I need it to live, the straight boys don't get it. That's how I was feeling while watching it, so I put it in there. And then here I have Clavier and Trucy. I like to imagine that they'd be friends because they're both performers, live half on the stage. I think they're very fun. So I like did my Gaviner's concert that's in my head, and I translated that outfit into real life. Don't look at his nipple that's floating away. Or is it this one? Don't worry about it. Yeah, that was very fun. This is in gouache. I put marker underneath first, and I was like, no, I need to paint this. So it's marker. So it also bled through on this side, which is why I put a painting here. Here I have a toucan and a frigate bird. I really wanted to paint a toucan, so I painted a toucan. And then I was like, well, I have to put a bird on the other side. So then I asked my friend for a bird, and she gave me a frigate. Is it frigate? Frigate? Whatever. So I painted a frigate there. These are gouache and then a little bit of colored pencil on top. This page, I have these bees. I was just, you know how you're in the pharmacy and you see those like $7 lawn tchotchkes? I saw these bees. I was just fucking enamored. I thought they were so cute. So I did these three. This one, these two are okay. And then this one is for my head, and it's the best one. I like it a lot. they're very cute. I think the page as a whole would have been better if I didn't put the color backgrounds, or kept the background all one color, probably like this color or this color. But well, I've never planned out a composition ahead of time in my life, so that's on me. Here's just some random sketches. Here I have Iris and Edgeworth talking to each other because I think their interactions in Bridge to the Turnabout are so hilarious just because of all the everything. So I took the line where he's like, "Right is a very dear and indispensable friend to me." Real line from the game, by the way, without the stutter. I added the stutter, but this is a real line from the game. And she's like, "I know what you are, Mr. Edgeworth." Not a line from the game, but that's just, they're very, yeah. And then just a little self-portrait, Zorro, but it came out bad, so it's okay. Then I drew him as a cat, and it's less bad. We're moving on. Oh, this is acrylic gouache. Most of the paintings are regular gouache, but this is acrylic gouache with a little bit of colored pencil on top. And then this is just random pencils and ink, and yep. Here we have Jungwon from, I think it was for YSL, one of his photo shoots, and oh my god, he's so, yeah. So I wanted to paint him. And then I got these extra, like the packaging from, I got a 10 centimeter plushie and it came with this packaging. And I was like, well, I don't want to waste the packaging because it was really cute. And I had this extra space on this drawing of Jungwon, so I just taped it onto the page with some washi tape and stuff. And I think it came out cute. This is with watercolor, color pencil. You could have guessed that probably. Some random sketches here. It was my friend's birthday and I was making a figurine of Taehyun from TXT and I just wanted to sketch it out before I drew it, so that's my sketch. Here in one of the classes I was teaching, I was like, we're gonna combine an animal and a fruit. So I did a blueberry, that's my blueberry. I got a tiger here. I just put a tracing paper because you can see a little bit that it was like rubbing off. And usually I wouldn't care, but I didn't want it to rub off on this because I really like this. So I just put a little flap. Here's a Taehyun sticker. I did it a while ago, but I just had an empty space and I put it here because he was here too. Here I went to a restaurant with some friends and this is what we ate and we took a selfie and, well, that's what I ate. We took a selfie and this is the selfie we took. So ink, pencil, 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 and watercolor. I really like how this strawberry and this banana came out. Yeah. I don't even know what's next. Oh, well, I have to, your soap. Yay. You just, this was a really, you had to be there moment. There was much hatred and sadness in the world, but not in that room. Not in that room at that moment. So it's like their little soap special stage, the Osukare song. It says Osukare samedeshita, unless many people lied to me if that's not what that says. But yeah, I thought it was so cute. Oh, I never mentioned it. I have this problem in my head where every time I draw a Yoongi, I just have to put cat ears on him. If I draw him without them, I'm like, something's missing. This looks wrong. When I imagine him in my head, he has cat ears on. When I at the concert, I looked at him in real life and I was like mentally filling them in. It's a personal problem. There's nothing I can do about it. So just to balance it out, I gave Hobie squirrel parts because he's a squirrel. Yeah. So this is watercolor and then colored pencil and then a little bit of posca pen for the highlights. And I filled the background in with colored pencil. It looks like shit. That was a mistake, but I had to commit, so. Moving on. Another page where you can tell I did not do any planning. So this is Luffy and Sanji from, I believe it's Bratier arc, and they were looking at Pearl. And he's like, what's up with this dude? And Luffy's like, maybe he's mentally ill. That's just what the translation said. Extremely funny. I don't like how the Luffy face came out, but the rest of it's fine. And then I did Sonic from the Snapcube real-time dub. I think that's what it's from. Where he's like, whoa, he's bisexual? I didn't know that. Because I thought it was funny. And then because Sonic is spiky and blue and bisexual to me, I put two others. So I have Alba, because he's blue and spiky and bisexual, and then I put Phoenix as well. This one's much better than the other ones I drew. Still not, like, not 100%, but I'm like 85% happy with it. And I gave him a little buy pin. And then I have Joshua with the Pride of Pride line from Hit, because, I don't know, he just kind of fits on this page, if you get what I mean. And then I was having like a B2B moment for like 3 weeks. I was like, yo, because they put out their killing voice and I was like enamored with Minhyuk. I needed him so badly, and I just kept watching videos and videos and videos. This is a still from their newest comeback, Wind and Wish. I thought it was really good and I just thought he looked really pretty, so I did that. And then this is from, I think it was a fan meet where he did Anti-Fragile by Le Seraphim, and of course he bodied the choreo because he gets it. And while I was watching videos, I'm like, he looks so familiar for some reason, and not just because he looks exactly like Subin. And I was going through and then I realized he was in that one performance of Boys Day with Ren from Newest. Newest, whatever. And because of Ren from Newest was giving absolute fish in that video, I watched it so many fucking times in high school, like, and I didn't realize he was in it. And that's why he looks so familiar to me, because I saw the music video so many times, but I just never made the connection. They need to put K-pop boys in drag again. Remember on the first page when I'm like, guys that put worms in my head? These are digital, and I just printed them out. I have a fantasy AU. We don't have to explain everything, but he's a kitty cat. He's tiger. So that's them, like, colored in my fantasy AU. And then I have them explaining their powers. This is Namjoon. Yeah. We're gonna flap those away. We're gonna flap it down, and you're gonna stay down. There's them. I know Jimin has more tattoos. I couldn't. Holding hands. Oh, this was so painful to draw. Why did I choose this pose with the intertwined fingers and both hands are visible? Anyway, this is from, I think it was a Season's Greetings or something. I don't know, but they're cute. This, I love how this Jimin face came out. The Taehyung's, but the Jimin came out cute. And then Yeontan, just to fill in the space. And then I put Calico Cat and a bear. Taehyung, he's many animals. He's a tiger, he's a bear, he's a puppy. But in the moment, I was feeling bear, so I put a bear. And then Tata and Jimmy. And then this is from that one, I don't know what show it was, but it was a cute picture, so I drew them. And then Jimin to fill the space. And then he let me hit because I asked real nicey. Next page. Nami, I drew this like 3 weeks before I drew the ones in the front, and this was like proof of concept, and it was like okay, but I wasn't feeling it, so that's why I drew more, and the other ones are way better, but this one's like it's okay. And then Luffy, it's okay. This was like some weeks you just can't draw. This was one of those weeks. Then I have this Union pic from Love Yourself Tour. I just thought they were really cute, and I'm like, he's sitting like a cheerleader, so I drew him as a little cheerleader. This said something, and I wasn't about to write Korean that small, so I just put meow because they're cats. And here I was trying to, I printed this out because I put things that make me laugh, and it made me laugh extra hard because I had drawn them earlier in the book from that exact photo shoot. So I'm like, well, I have to put it in here. And I put it back here because I was trying to draw how they look in my head, but we need to be honest, this is the worst I drew them this whole book, because this is the first time I drew them like stylized. I put how they look in my head because like there's the way you know how they look in your head, but I think in cartoons, and I was trying to think like the cartoon version that I conjure up when you say in my head. Because like there's the way they look, and I know they look different at any point in time, but when you say it, there's a like specific version that pops up in my head, and I was trying to draw that. So ignore that the faces look like ass. This is really, I pretty much got it. I got like the vibes. The idea was there, just the execution on the face part wasn't quite there. Yeah. I feel like I got his face here, but here, we're moving on. We're almost at the end. Here, AT's moment, he's just a random son in here. Because my friend M super into ATs, and like they love Cyberpunk San, and they did so many drawings of him. I was like, damn, I'm being influenced. So I added him in too. Oh, watercolor and color pencils, you know that already, but this is marker and color pencils. So it's marker, and then I did color pencils for the line art, and it bled through. So that's why I put San here. You can kind of see the bleed through in areas. This is acrylic gouache, and then Prismacolor on top. Quite happy with this. And then here, since I did the V-mins in my head, and I realized I didn't draw a lot of 17s for someone who's a carrot, so I did the 17s in my head, slayed this one, knocked it out of the park. I think my favorite S-Coops, because I love S-Coops, I could draw them in my sleep. Honestly, all of 96 line came out really good. The worst quote retweet I got that said, Verquan looked like a webtoon BL couple, and I was like, this is worse than if you just said it was ugly. We're moving on. I really like this page. You can guess, it's watercolor and color pencil. Last page! I thought I was done with Yoongi, but I wasn't. So I started with these because in like the final Korea concert, he had a slouchy crop top version of the tour shirt, and like his pants, and these had heart-shaped pockets on the back, and like you could see his boxers because there was a hole here, and he was so yeah. I don't like how the face came out, but it's okay. Can't win them all. And then there were so many clips of Namjoon who has like serious foot and mouth about Yoongi specifically, where he could like, it was clips of him just like microaggressing him, and I was like crying. This is from the Suchuta where he's like, yeah, you're like an ex-girlfriend to me, and he made it like a death rattle wheeze of a sound, and he's like, yeah, you're like a girlfriend. Why did he say that? So funny. And then here it was, I think it was during Love Yourself, just based off the outfit, and he said started from the Suga and now we're here, and I'm like, that was, what did he mean by that? Because he didn't elaborate, and like it's not even like a clever wordplay unless this is what he meant. Because what did he mean? And this was the face he made after he said it. It was, I couldn't, these two clips, they amused me. And then last page, I have Jin from BTS because I realized I drew every 17 member and every BTS member except for Jin, which is kind of sad because he's like one of my ults. And I felt, so I drew him mad because I didn't draw him. It said, you forgot about me, punk, waited all the way until the last page. I bet you don't even remember my birthday. See from nice to you again. I'm sorry, Jin, I'll draw you more in the next one. Okay, I promise, I promise. I had a Jin phase in college. I had a sketchbook. I drew him so many times. Not this many times, but yeah. I counted, I think I drew Yoongi, I believe it was 32 times in the sketchbook. I had a sketchbook where I drew Jonghan 87 times. I thought the 32 Yoongis was a lot. 87 times? Was I okay? Anyway, here's like the last page. I had a trip to the Philippines, so I just taped some, I found this receipt in my wallet and I was gonna throw it out. And I was like, oh, this is from the Philippines, so I taped it in. And then when I was there, I got this tattoo. And then I believe it was the day I got the tattoo. Then we went out to like the pharmacy to get some drinks. And I was like, is that a BTS Snickers? And it was the same as my tattoo, so I had to pick it up. So I ate it, and then I washed the wrapper out to get all like the food out. And I taped it in here. And then this is the thumbnail I did for the first page. And you can just look at the stickers in the back. And there's how long it took. March 1st to July 31st. Is that what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Is it 4 months? It's almost 5 if you look at what part of July it was. But we're gonna say it was 4. We're gonna say it was 4. And that's that. That's my sketchbook. Quite pleased with this one. Had so much fun in it, like an obscene amount of fun. That's why so many pages are like completely finished, because I was having a blast. I couldn't stop. So yeah, I have my next one ready. It's been sitting on the side of my desk waiting for me. I already have some stickers on it. One of my favorite things to do is look at like a brand new sketchbook versus like a finished one. Isn't that so funny to see? I was fucking this thing up. It's like cracked and everything, but yeah. That's the end of this sketchbook. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, maybe, if you want to see it. If not, bye.